said you were in love.
From the sky, the palm orchards of Riverside County don't look like the set of an erotic film.
By your love.
And from the ground, the dirt-covered rows don't exactly scream passion. But let me assure you, there's a whole lot of womanizing going on here. There's a sexy story happening in the city of Indio, but don't worry, it's a G-rated story. And you watch the show right here at Shields Date Garden.
The Shields Date Garden is the only place in the world where you can see and hear the romance and sex life of the date.
If anyone truly understands the term sex sells, it's date farmer Floyd Shields. Is this rated R? Do I need parental consent to come in here?
Family friendly.
During the 1950s, dates were all the rage, and the Coachella Valley was littered with date palm orchards. So, in an attempt to stand out, creative director Jessica Deneau says Mr. Shields made a provocatively named movie.
It made them wonder, what's going on over there? What's happening? What is this whole romance and sex life of the date?
Including sex and romance in a movie title may have been racy back in the 1950s, but in all reality, the film was just a slideshow of how date trees were pollinated.
The large, good-looking flower that I'm holding is the male flower from the male palm.
Mr. Shields has since passed on, but his film still plays every day at the Shields Theater on Highway 111 in Indio.
Shake out the pollen and collect it in small cotton powder puffs, and use these puffs to pollinate the female blooms.
Date palms are some of the oldest cultivated fruits on record, and it's also some of the most expensive to produce. That's because it takes 15 years for a tree to mature. Then, to get a large crop of dates, the palm buds have to be pollinated by hand.
There has never been an organically growing date farm. It has always required the assistance of man.
Every March, human pollinators called palmeros must climb the female trees and dust male pollen on her buds.
The dates begin to ripen about the 1st of September, and from then on until Christmas, the fruit is picked once a week.
The work doesn't stop there. Each date must then be cleaned and hand sorted before it can make it to the fruit stand. You have to take the skin off, or you can just put it in your mouth?
Put the whole thing in your mouth. There is a pit in the center of it.
If I had to describe the flavor of a date, it would taste an awful lot like chocolate malt. And that's probably why it goes so well in Shields' famous date shake. Oh yeah, I swear it tastes like chocolate. Mr. Shield cultivated dozens of date varieties and even developed a thing called date sugar and date flakes. It's a perfect snack if you decide to watch Mr. Shields' favorite movie.
The romance and sex life of the date.
From Shields Date Garden, the home of the date shake and the romance and sex life of the desert fruit, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the back road.